All right, so today we've got the PCL946B, a battery powered soldering gun. You know, how quick can it work? Will this actually be something that you can use? Well, let's find out. Everybody seems to like an unboxing. I'm not going to waste a lot of your time, so here it is. I took it out of the box. It comes all together. It is nothing to put together. There's one little envelope with some solder in it. So what you're going to do is you're just going to place this on a battery and you're ready to start soldering. You press the little button. Once you press that button, the light starts flashing. You get this LED flashing. It states on the box that it takes up to 90 seconds to heat, or it will heat within 90 seconds. Well, I'm sure that's probably to the full 900 degrees because I set this to 750 degrees, which is what I normally solder at. And within 40 seconds, it was up to heat. And this day in the shop was down in the 60s. So the machine went up from 60 degrees to 750 degrees within about 40 seconds. I went ahead and grabbed a piece of wire right here. This is kind of a larger piece of wire, and went ahead and tried to solder it. It took less than 2 seconds for this wire to be properly tinned. So this machine is not going to have any problems soldering any wires that you need to solder. It's a very capable machine. It's a 120 watt soldering machine. A lot of the battery powered solderers are like 5 watts, 6 watts or something. So this is, I don't want to go as far as saying industrial grade, but this will solder anything. Are you worried about burning your house down? A lot of people are. Well, if you forget to turn this machine off, well, one of the great features is it's got the little holder built right there, so you always have a place to set your soldering little wand down without putting it on something and it could fall off and burn your house down. But if you do walk off and forget to turn the machine off, it has an internal clock that at 30 minutes it's supposed to shut the machine off. Well, almost exactly at 30 minutes, you see right there, the light starts flashing, the machine turned itself off. Okay, well that's good. Now is it going to use up my whole battery because, you know, heating elements take up the most power. So is this thing going to work? Well, I checked it after 30 minutes and I still had a full 4 bars on my battery. I let this thing run several times. Was trying to run the battery down just to see if when the battery was not at full charge, how long it took to heat up. Well, I couldn't get it to really run down. It took a couple hours there, so I grabbed a different battery that was on a tool that had already, you know, discharged part of the charge out of it. So I have 2 bars, and I kind of ran the same test, put the battery on, set my timer here, and let it run to see how quick it was that it was going to heat up with only 2 bars in the battery. Well, it didn't take much longer than the first time, and there was a 5 or 6 second difference, but I'd also had messed with the temperature, so it's not set on the exact temperature. You know, it's a dial indicator. It's not like I can say 750. It may have been 760, but it was almost right at the, you know, 45 seconds, I would say, is your average to heat up around 750 degrees. So in my opinion, that is all you need from a soldering gun. So we're going to make this short and quick and wrap up the video. If you can think of anything else you would like for me to test on this, I'd be more than happy to do it or answer any questions. But to be able to grab a battery, grab a soldering machine that is going to be a very capable, probably one of the better soldering guns you're going to use, is just fantastic. So I went ahead and made me a holder to put it on my French cleat wall here, and that way I can just grab it and go anytime I need it. My only regret about this soldering station is that I didn't get it sooner.